It's Madden NFL 24, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday night primetime.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? That team will win the game.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Seattle. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
As I remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia, he was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the ground. A good pickup there, 22.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. On first down, it's Smith. He'll find Metcalf. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Geno. That completes it again to Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
To throw on second down is Smith. Smith and Jigba with the ground. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. A gain of 22. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
Boys talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Smith. This complete to Lockett. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Brown. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. On 2nd down, it's Walker. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Walker once more. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Gano's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that
really
one.
Good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing on third down, Smith.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 31, Jones.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Tyrell Dotson there on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Gano's kick is good, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, In 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Smith.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise if it was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Now Jones throwing to start the drive.
He's got this complete to Robinson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Jones throwing on first down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10.
Back to throw. Jones.
Short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Jones now to throw on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's Jones on first down. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's second and 9.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Out route pass complete to Bellinger.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag.
Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down.
And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Tyler Lockett now with the return.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Geno now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot here before break. Smith. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
A gain of 7 brings up second and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's Jamie Gillen down. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Fant on the short completion. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Throwing now is Geno. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Smith. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. And it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Smith.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And a lead down to 3 at 13-10. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a 1st down.
Now Jones. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A give up the middle to Singletary. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Throwing Jones.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Smith. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Smith.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. McKenzie now to return it.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll start with the option.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll run on first down with Singletary.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Looking to throw. Jones. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a pickup of 6.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to swell the lead to 6. Gano's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6 and 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Pushes him over. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Out right to Smith and Jigba. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running right, here's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now Smith. That is caught. And they're going to have another 1st down as
the tackles made at the Giants' 28. That third down conversion good for 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Second down and a yard.
Now Geno. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Out of the gun, Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here's Walker.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is when you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Smith. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like when you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Throwing again on second down. Jones. Again, it's Johnson. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Here comes second down at 5. Now Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's second and a yard. They go right back to Singletary. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's third down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Jones. He's got it.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Second and goal at the Seahawks 1-yard line.
Here now, second and goal. Singletary. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Geno and the Seahawks down 24-17. A little over 40 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Smith.
He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Smith to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
One last throw here for Smith. This to possibly force OT. Well, that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle